What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Two Women,
Two Opinion
with your girl Marty
and Taj.
Yo, today is happening, guys. We are going to the radio station after this show.
Bubbles, y'all. Bubble guts.
Yeah, I'm nervous, plurvous.
Nervous as hell.
I'm very much excited. More excited than I am nervous. Anxious. To kind of get there, see what they're going to be talking about, see what they have to offer us, because we know what we have to offer them, and kind of get the ball rolling. But I'm very much excited about today.
Me and Marty going to be on the radio soon. What y'all going to do?
Right.
What y'all going to do?
Y'all go listen.
Pull up, okay?
Okay.
Show y'all support.
Let's make them gag. So, I'm pretty sure I went first last time.
All right. So, this week, y'all, I was going to do some hunting and spooky, but I'm going to wait until the end of the month. I got some shit for y'all. But, doing my normal peruse through YouTube, Oakland's Bob Lee Allen sentenced for performing illegal castrations, while plans were to eat the castrated body parts.
What?
Yes, homeboy was out here performing illegal castrations with his other homeboy. On men,
what?
Cutting off the balls and the penis, and was planning on eating the motherfuckers.
Oh, that's how we starting today.
Oh, that's how we starting today.
Oh, that's how we going right up in
So
there.
I got a little
today.
clip for y'all. It's 146, boo. I got a little clip for y'all. It's gonna be too funny.
Wait, I think you text them to me.
They're right there, boo.
Is it right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, it is.
I was on it today.
What the hell? First of all, what be happening in our brain when we be finding these stories, okay?
Girl, I watched that whole video. I was dying laughing. I said, what? Who just does that? Who goes out in the world? And he was advertising for people to pull up on him so he could, eat their penis.
What the fuck?
Yes. 146.
Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Gates have been behind bars since October, accused of crimes including 3 felonies for castrating a man inside their home near Worcester. Bond is set at nearly $300,000 each.
Conspiracy to commit unlicensed surgery. Count 2 is practicing medicine without a license or unlicensed surgery. Count 3 is maiming.
The maiming charge is the most severe, with the punishment of up to life in prison. According to probable cause affidavits, a 28-year-old man told investigators he met Allen through an online website and traveled from his Virginia home to Oklahoma to be castrated, and that it wouldn't cost him anything. The victim said Allen removed his scrotum and testicles with surgical equipment, and that it happened on a wooden table inside the home, and that Gates helped. According to court records, once the 2-hour procedure was over, the victim told investigators that Allen laughed and said he was going to consume the body parts and that he was a cannibal. When investigators searched the home, court records show they found a bag in a freezer containing what appeared to be human testicles. According to probable cause affidavits, Allen took the 28-year-old man to a McAllister hospital and told the victim to say he did it to himself.
Envy, you said you were...
Girl, I said, first of all, how you walk in and all they got is a wooden table and you still climb on that motherfucker and get your dick cut off? What? And then I gotta wonder why you was seeking out your dick to be castrated.
That's where I'm lost at. Why? What?
You see, now I got multiple questions, and ain't nobody tell the whole
under
story.
What circumstances do you go get castrated?
Or you a pervert? Just say you a pervert. Go get locked up. Go get some
and that's
psychological help.
Now we always talk about punishable crimes for the punishments for the crime.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a punishment for a rapist or something. But why are you just going to voluntarily going?
And then you walk in and all they got is a wooden table.
And you just like, oh yeah, no problem. Let me go ahead and finish this off.
I mean, I'm sure he happy because he got his dick gone. His balls is gone. But I got other questions, like why?
Wait, So he just freely walked up in there and was just like, oh shit, here go my balls. I don't want it no more. Take it away.
I said the fact that you sought this procedure out and you walk in And ain't no IVs, ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no numbing, nothing. They just hacking off penises. You was with that? I don't understand it. I thought that shit was funny as fuck though. And then the fact that he was gonna eat it. I was like, how we was gonna eat it? You was gonna eat it like a hot dog? He was gonna put it on a bun? I got questions.
I'm baffled right now.
Girl.
I'm completely baffled because it's like, once you knew what you were getting yourself into, you still decided to lay down, let him chop it off, and then what made you contact the authorities?
Because he probably ended up real sick because, you know, this is not clean. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not sanitized, not sterile.
Down there.
He probably had an infection. He probably had to go to the hospital. You see what I'm saying? Like, that is for you.
That's a whole nother situation right there, okay? So
I'm gonna pray for you though. But Bob Lee, yeah, he going to jail. He is going to jail. As he should though.
Yeah, he should be in jail for
Bob
sure. Because you shouldn't be going around cutting off people's balls and shit without.
And then was gonna eat it. You sick. Son.
How many other ones did he eat already? Is the question.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh my god! This is how Taj is starting off.
It made me go down the rabbit hole.
Beautiful Thursday, guys. This
it made me go all the way down the rabbit hole.
Okay, moving right along. The next, oh shit, the next story that we have, I'm giving it to y'all sweet today. Taj is on the fuck shit. Okay. I don't know if you guys been hearing about Britney Spears. She had a new documentary come out. Hashtag Free Britney has been circling around since 2018, earliest 2018. If you guys don't really know, she was under conservatorship under her father, and she was under there for like 14 to 15 years roughly. They really don't have the exact date when it started, but they have the exact date when it ended. It ended on September the 29th of this year, which was a Wednesday. So I honestly didn't have no clue about this, which is crazy. This is why it's always good to research to know what's going on in the world. But I had no clue.
She came out about this like a few years back. I remember her saying like she don't have control over her money. She did like an interview somewhere.
Yeah, and I've heard like small bits and pieces of her saying that she's not in control, but then I thought it was a lot of mental things going on with it. Now it was, but they mentally kind of composed everything. Yeah, that she had going on, all the way to from taking her kids all the way to still making her work, knowing that she was not mentally there. So here's just a little clip from the movement, and now she's finally free. I'm excited for her because now we probably really going to get the Britney Spears that we used to get. Because when I watched the documentary, the beginning of it, I was like, "This the Britney I know." You know, beautiful,
baby.
Young lady, beautiful young lady, very vibrant, doing her thing. The Britney that was here performing in Las Vegas, that wasn't the Britney that we know.
But I mean, honestly, she still seems a little off. Like.
Definitely.
Given like her entire situation, I understand, but she definitely seems
Free
a little
Britney
off.
movement, and she's saying thank you.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, conservatorship has got to go.
Following the court suspension of Britney's father, Jamie Spears, as her conservator last Wednesday, the pop icon took to Twitter to share this message on Monday. Hashtag Free Britney movement, I have no words. Because of you guys and your constant resilience in freeing me from my conservatorship, my life is now in that direction. I cried last night for 2 hours because my fans are the best, and I know it. Britney also replied to that tweet and wrote, I feel your heart and you feel mine. That much I know is true.
Now she is free. The next clip was basically them talking to her attorney, asking if they had any words to describe the way Britney's feeling now, and he said happy. That's the best thing for her right now. Now, let's be honest. We really don't know what was really happening and going on. When she first signed over the conservatorship, it was because of to get custody of her children. She basically was trying to show that she was mentally capable of taking care of her kids. That's the reason why her dad had her sign that over, because he promised her that he would help her keep her kids. Now, his thing was actually keeping her working. She was working and working and working and working. And what pisses me off is how was she was mentally stable enough to go work and make all these people fucking millionaires, but she wasn't mental enough to actually have visitation with her kids. That's bullshit. So throughout the whole thing, she barely see her kids. She was working all day, and her father paid his lawyer a retainer of $3 million a year to keep her under that conservatorship. So
they're gonna have
she
my
made
money
it,
right there,
right? She
motherfucker.
made a lot of people rich. I recommend everyone to please go watch the documentary on Netflix because it's gonna tell you a lot. Now,
Did you watch it?
yes.
Was it
Last
good?
but not least, Brittany's also speaking out about how some of her so-called friends in the documentary was releasing text messages and different personal conversations that they had. And she like, you guys supposed to be my friend and you knew I was going through all this stuff. Why are you,
Why you doing all
putting it
this?
out there?
Yeah.
So not only is she pretty much upset from all these people that call her their friends, putting out this stuff, I think her next step is actually going to actually put out everything from the horse's mouth. And when she do, she gonna shut a lot of these people down that was in the documentary. Basically, like, oh, I was her friend until her dad made me stay away from her. So y'all might have thought y'all was her friend. So I guess we'll be waiting until Brittany actually come out and say what's really going on. Because she had people in there releasing text messages of her saying stuff, releasing voicemails. And and one of the guys, she broke down to him and told him a whole bunch of things, and she was working with him, and he read the whole letter.
It be your own people.
Yeah, it be your own friend. I just feel like you don't do that to someone, definitely when they're at the lowest point.
Yeah, it's so hard to find, like, genuine people, like, to call
And she
your
definitely
friends.
was at her lowest point, and you're really, like, I'm calling you my friend. I'm out here basically pouring my heart out to you. And you know the position that I'm in. I'm in this position. I'm in a terrible fucking predicament.
They were forcing her to perform, right?
Yeah, the whole Vegas thing was forced. And not only was they forcing her to perform, they actually had her on Adderall.
Oh,
the whole entire
so
time.
that child was not sleeping.
So it was,
Ooh,
and that's
especially
what,
if she don't have ADHD. She wasn't sleeping. They was just keeping her up, pumping her like a monkey. Ooh.
For over 14 years, this was happening to her. So, and then this is what now we're gonna have our closing thoughts about this, but this is okay. When they took her children away from her, they said she was mentally unstable to have her children.
Right.
But the guy that got her kids, the children's father, he was mentally unstable. They have video footage of her and him literally at nighttime, her having to switch seats with him in the car because he didn't want to drive off and he met her. He too drunk in the car and stuff like that. So I'm just so confused.
Girl.
How was they able to actually pull this off?
I mean, Brittany probably had a moment, and they took that one moment and blew. You know how that goes.
Yeah,
Like, she probably had a mental breakdown because she's
and when
going
she
through a
signed over
lot
to her dad,
mentally.
he basically was like, "Fuck the kids. I
That
just
poor
need you to
woman.
work."
Yeah, that poor woman. She deserves better.
She definitely deserves it, and that fucking.
And now
sucks.
she free. Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah. Oh, I watched I watched the damn video, the first one.
Which one?
The YouTube.
Oh, yeah, girl. We was going to talk about that because I was like, these children out here wilding. So, my next story is about the Dave Chappelle. Are we canceling Dave Chappelle?
No.
Are we canceling him? We all know Dave to say the most controversial things. Did he go too far this time during his closure Netflix special? Dave said, gender is a fact, right? So he was talking about, what is it? What is it called?
Transgender.
Yeah, he was talking about transgender community, but it's a certain group that he was talking about. So I'm going to play this little clip for you. It's from his Netflix special. It starts at 29 seconds, but it's from his Netflix special. I watched it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. And honestly, it felt like Dave. Like, it didn't feel like he was
shit don't make
bullying somebody.
It don't make me breathe a different way. That shit don't bother me.
Wrote all the Harry Potter books by herself. She sold so many books, the Bible worries about her. And they canceled her because she said in an interview, and this is not exactly what she said, but effectually, she said gender was a fact. And then the trans community got mad as they started calling her a TERF. So I looked it up. TERF is an acronym. Stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist. I'm Team TERF. I agree. Man. Gender is a fact.
Right, so joining me now is activist and writer Raquel.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, he didn't lie, and I'm not saying like I'm not pro or choice to anything. I'm gonna put it that way. Live your life. I'm not going to judge. I don't care if you're trans or not. I don't care. But I felt like he didn't say nothing negative. He just stated a fact. Gender is a fact. It's something you are born with. You're either male or female. Period. And I'm not saying whatever you choose later on in life to be is a bad thing. You do what you got to do for you. But I just feel like we're constantly trying to cancel people because we're hypersensitive, right? The second he pointed out the fact that, you know, gender's a fact, people all up in arms. Oh, are you saying like the trans community doesn't exist? Or are you saying like, you know, you don't like the trans community? And I felt like y'all took it left. Like, why is everything so one fucking sided? Like, why is it so like we have to be super intense about this one statement? But he didn't lie. Gender is a fact. I'm not trying to do nobody. Live your life. But it is a fact. You are either born male or female. And so can we stop trying to cancel folks?
I totally agree. This LG fucking BTWHIG HIV.
Oh my. Not that one. Not that one.
Y'all pissing me off.
But, like with
at
the
this
baby,
point, I'm married to a woman and I don't even want to be in the community no more. Like, literally, like, cancel me because nobody can do we can't do shit or the gay people are fucking complaining about something. Like, child, they been doing this shit. Just because y'all got a cell phone and the internet doesn't mean shit. He been talking. Dude, y'all never seen the Dave Chappelle show?
Where he don't talk about everybody. He literally talks about masses.
He dressed up like a crackhead.
Tell him.
To tell the he literally dressed up like a crackhead to tell the people that they put crack in our black community. He dressed up like a fucking white face. He white-faced a fucking news anchor on a show to talk about controversial shit. This man been doing whatever the fuck he want to since he been one. Just like you can go do whatever the fuck you want to.
If you want to be a transgender, you do that. Oh my God. You do that. But stop. I just, like, we talked about
First of all, yes, stop trying to make everybody gay. That's what the gay community do. Everybody got to be gay. No, we can have allies without everybody being fucking gay.
She can talk about this. I can't say that.
Like, no, oh my gosh. And then it's like, we need allies. The gay community we need people like Todd to say, oh yeah, I got a cool ass friend named Marty. She don't be on none of that. No, and then we gotta say it nowadays. She don't be on none of that shit.
That weird. Yeah.
She cool as hell.
Not at all.
And she's gay. We need those allies.
And it's never bothered me none.
With men. We need grown ass men that's not putting on wigs to do a fucking talent show to say, hey, I do have gay male friends. They're cool as fuck. Mm-hmm. We don't need everybody to be fucking gay. And stop trying to put everybody in the same damn category. People gonna be themselves. Let them live. Mm-hmm. Everybody's gonna eventually be in a little ass box. Like, just looking like this.
I can't.
I feel like, no, Dave Chappelle should not be canceled. First of all, he's been doing this shit for fucking years. Y'all just not watching it. Sorry.
Oh, no, it just affected your group. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we talked about this with the baby. When he went on stage and did that HIV thing, I'm like, y'all took one thing and blew it completely out of proportion. Rather, he never once said he didn't like people that had HIV. He just told people to put their phone on. This man
literally raps about fucking bitches, not giving a fuck about the bitch and moving on. So we go get mad about this age. We should be getting mad about his lyrics. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't give a fuck. Honestly. I don't. I feel like the best thing that we can do as a whole is worry about our damn self.
You know what really kills me? Black folks will cancel Dave Chappelle, right? Because of what he said about the trans community. Even though he really didn't say much, right? But y'all still step in the name of love. Yeah, I'm bringing it back to R. Kelly. Y'all knew I was going there. Come on now.
Bitch, I 7 Day of Love every June 28th. My grandma's birthday, okay?
But I'm not saying you in particular,
No,
but I'm
no,
just
I know
saying
what
the
you're
people that be quick to defend one person isn't willing to defend the next motherfucker for saying something that affected just one group of people. He didn't say, I hate all black people.
Trump said he grabbed people pussies, and y'all still voted for him too.
See,
So y'all pick and choose what y'all want to do. Got it. Fucking got it.
Have an opinion, live your life, but let's stop trying to cancel every the fuck body.
No, it's like this. Oh, damn, Dave, you said some fucked up shit. Well, moving right along.
Dave Chappelle's always said some fucked up shit.
He is a fucked up individual.
But I love him, and I respect his honesty. That's one thing you can say about Dave Chappelle. He's going to be 100% honest every time he get on that stage. He's going to be open and honest about how he feels. And whether or not you like his comedy is on you. And at the very end of it, he's a comedian. Y'all tend to forget that when he get on the stage, he's trying to be funny.
Yeah, and he's trying to get you to talk about what he's saying. Man. He's doing this on purpose.
We're not canceling that. No, we're not.
Hell no, we're not canceling Dave Chappelle. We gonna cancel the motherfuckers that asked us to cancel Dave Chappelle. We canceling y'all ass. The LGBT community. All right, I'm so glad it's so that we're talking about this because the next topic is another controversial topic.
Oh, shit.
It's funny as hell to me, and it actually included me again. My people. Okay, so an ESPN host makes a controversial remark about Obama on the podcast. That title is pushing it to the fucking limit, but let's go.
Look, I'm just looking at the freeze frame. You got the light skinned black woman and the white man, Lord sweet Jesus.
And it was a light skinned black woman.
Right, why is it so important to you to say that you're biracial? I'm like, because my mom's white, she's Irish Italian, and my dad's black, and I'm like, why not? Like, I actually feel like I have the best of both worlds. Barack Obama chose black, and he's biracial. I'm like, well, congratulations to the president. That's his thing. I think that's fascinating, considering his black dad was nowhere to be found, but his white mom and grandma raised him. But hey, you do you. I'm gonna do me.
Now. Let's start this off by saying
she need to be canceled.
She had me all the way to the point where she said his father wasn't there.
He was absent.
That don't have shit to do with you. My father was in my life, and I don't go around saying biracial. I actually check other. Okay, let me tell y'all something about me. I check other. I check 2 or more races, not Hispanic. That's what I check because we're all mixed with something anyways. I don't check white. I don't check black. But I'm going to be honest with you. When I first started to fill out papers on my own, before I did research and to know what the kind of world I'm living in, I used to check black. I was kind of raised around my black family. My white side was there too. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of like, I don't know. They said if your mom white or if your mom is white, you go be towards the white side, but if your mom is black, you go be towards the black side.
I think it depends on who you were raised by.
So, right, my mom, but I was raised by my mom for sure, but I went to my dad and them house all the time, and I was always the biracial kid. I was the high bright, light yellow highlighter, whatever they want to call me, because I was the brightest motherfucker in the bunch, because I was always at my mom and them side.
Right.
I totally understand what she was saying before the dad's remark. This is why I gotta kind of break it down. So before the dad remark, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Because, like, again, it'd be like, you can, for me, you can say, like, my white side kind of got pushed to the side because, like, I was black. You know what I'm saying? For so long until I was able to understand. But I understand what she's saying because she basically like, I'm biracial. I'm not picking a side. I'm that person. I can do what I want. I get it. But to say something about his father had nothing to do with the biracial situation. Obama chose to clink on to his African roots for his own personal gain. That had nothing to do with anything.
Shit. So you know, that's
and we was raised, once you go black, you never go back.
Hello.
So I felt like once, like, I was raised by my mom's family side of the family, I never considered myself white. Never. Which is kind of fucked up for my white side because I always considered myself black until I grew up and kind of knew, even with my name, I used to lie about my name so people wouldn't know my name. Yeah, like it was huge. I told my dad my name was Keisha when I was a kid. So he started calling me Keisha. I'm telling y'all, like I went through it as a kid a lot.
Because you're biracial, yeah.
I'm biracial and I was more around my black side, and they was like, oh, you act white. And I got that kind of treatment. Like, and they like, I understood what she was saying. Like, she
But
never
she
had
went
to
too
throw him
far.
under the bus and do that. But
Yeah, she
I
went too far with the
as
black
far as
daddy
the
comment. Like, oh, his father was absent. So are you saying because your father was white?
He's talking about, oh, no, that's my sister.
But
listen,
are
that's
you
what
saying
I'm
because
saying.
your father was white that made... I mean, what... I don't even understand what this had to do with what she was saying.
Basically,
in the first
she
place.
said, okay, so the question was her is to why do you say I'm biracial versus saying I'm black or I'm white?
But even
And
then, what did that have to do with his daddy?
That had nothing to do with his
You
father.
know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
okay.
you insulted the man's
But
father.
like I said, before she
And your
made that
people.
comment, I totally understood what she was saying because I would be around my white side of family and I'm like, I don't fit in over here. But then again, I'm like, yes, the fuck I do. Like, I love it here. And then I go back home to my brothers and sisters, which is all black. It's like, this is where I'm supposed to be. And they over there telling me, like, girl, get your little white ass.
So yeah, like it didn't matter who.
It didn't matter.
where
Like,
you was
nobody
at.
gives a fuck. Like, it didn't matter.
but as a
Everybody,
black woman,
I was
and then
loved
you was on
both
CS
sides.
or CNN as a black woman, and you were an anchor on CNN, you should have chose your words better. I'm gonna tell you that because you're gonna be a meme. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be telling you about yourself everywhere.
They about
the
to
fuck you
split
go.
her ass right down the middle.
You already know. Basically, to me, she just owned her white side. She just disowned, to some degree, her black side by making that one comment about somebody else's black father.
Yeah, that had nothing
You
to do with
disowned
it.
your
She
black
could have
side.
stopped right there. She could have just said,
less.
I'm biracial. My mom is whatever. My dad and my mom and dad has been active in my life. She didn't even have to bring up his father or whatever.
Because it had nothing to do with that.
Now, would have fuck her up if Obama replied and be like, bitch. He ain't the president no more.
Bitch underneath with some dots.
Bitch, dot, dot, dot. What the fuck you say?
Bitch. What we got? Oh, we gonna take a break?
Yeah, we're gonna take. Oh wait. Well, before we take a break, before we do the halftime break or whatever, I want to talk about what we're going to talk about next. So we weren't able to talk about this last time. I want to talk about BBLs.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about BBLs.
Like how we did with the poly and stuff like that. Just random topics. I wrote down some questions and stuff to ask each other.
Holla at me.
But yeah, let's listen to some Merskin.
I want to talk about some BBLs.
These girls out here be yelling it, baby.
Man. And it's everywhere now. It's every fucking where.
Welcome back, YouTube, from the halftime break. We got small business shout outs like always.
Always. Who you got first?
Me. FamousGems.net. You can Famous Gems with a Z.
Y'all got her lashes on today, yo. Look at these. Can you see them, YouTube? You can see me.
We got lashes, baby. Masks too, because y'all know it's mask mandate. So y'all need to buy some masks. And we're gonna have fall clothes coming soon, so stay tuned.
Next I've got Y is the brand, and it is the letter Y, the brand. It's a clothing line, got dope ass clothes. Check them out on Facebook. Again, it's Y, the letter Y, the brand. And then of course y'all know I got Wild Bartending. You know, if you ever need a nice little date night, birthday party. I even do like little kid birthday parties. I do virgin cocktails and shit for like sweet 16s. Y'all holla at me, okay? And I also got some spooky sacks on sale. It's a dope little bottle, cocktail, flask.
Oh, yeah, we got it
it's
right
all
here.
kinds of cool stuff in it.
I ain't mess it up.
Oh, no,
I ain't gonna mess it up.
You
until
messed
after
it up.
Halloween. And last but not least, guys, we have a huge meeting today for a radio station. It's Gorilla Cross. GUERILLACROSS. Please go like them on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever, YouTube, whatever they have, because that's who we're going to be working with soon. They're dope as hell. Their production is lit, so we're trying to get in there and get our production on point.
Like them for us.
Yeah, like them for us, because we'll probably be posting on there, which will be cool because we can do it on both and we'll have both audience. They got 4.5K likes. They need to have at least 5K. Y'all can get them up to 5K real quick.
No, y'all can't.
We know y'all can do it. So what we
So I'm watching my normal, like I said, y'all, I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I probably watch YouTube more than I watch anything else.
Really?
Girl,
I used to.
I'll be on YouTube. Because honestly, I like real content. I like actually seeing real people doing
used to.
shit.
That's what I used to watch them a lot until they start
doing weird shit.
The pranks start being lies and shit. So.
Girl, so I'm on YouTube, and these other YouTubers were talking about how these couple channels are going way too fucking far, right? They doing weird shit like masturbating on camera and shit. But the crazy part to me is that most of these couple channels are their demo is kids, like teenagers and shit. So it's just like softcore porn on YouTube. And it's just awkward. We know it's staged. It's very cringy. So I got a little clip I want to show Marty. And then we're going to talk about it.
You want to play this?
Mm-hmm.
How far?
Girl, not that long.
Okay.
Just let it ride. She gonna tell her about her little prank and shit.
It's at the end.
So crazy.
You want to go to the end?
No,
She tell them she crazy.
Either or, yeah, you can go to the end. But that's the beginning.
We premium now. We can skip through this shit.
Girl, it's the... So these couples are doing stuff like flashing cameras. Girlfriend was fake masturbating in the car. It was weird. It's cringy.
I'm not mad.
You're mad?
No, I'm not mad. I'm actually happy because
you're
now I know
not.
that you weren't doing it, so now I know that we can go home or pull over if you wouldn't. And
Oh, you're so bad.
Okay.
It's just cringy.
I don't know. Before you talk about, this is where I stopped watching YouTube because you obviously see the camera sitting right there in front of you, sir.
It's on the dash. Y'all.
And he did his best to not look at the camera. I watched this. So when she sent it over, I watched the whole thing, y'all. Because I normally watch like different podcasts to get my juices flowing in the morning.
Me
so
too.
I check out Breakfast Club. I check out, Steve Harvey Morning Show. Just different things that I just listen. And also Jason Lee and them. They have
I love Jason Lee.
They have on Bigo, the app I work on, they have a daily read or something like that. So I check all of those people out just to see. And I watched this whole thing. And he obviously know the camera's right there. And he's saying stuff like, I can do it better and I can just let me do it. And she like, no, I don't need you. And if you touch me, we're going to break up.
Like, it was weird. It's cringy as fuck.
It was so cringy. It was so weird.
And
I don't understand how they got 1 million views on this.
There's a couple that I follow, and I love their content because it feels very natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels very much like this is just how they live their lives. If you're going to do the YouTube couple bullshit, make it realistic. Okay? We get playing your day out. Maybe y'all go to lunch. It's going to be boring, right? Because not everybody do lit shit every day. But at least be honest about your content. These motherfuckers is doing these fake ass pranks and it's weird as fuck, especially because these are channels that have access to kids under 18.
This is a kid right
weird.
here saying she's the only female unfazed moaning on YouTube. The rest of them be scared as hell. I fucked with her so heavy.
This is a child.
This is a child saying this to her.
It's weird, y'all.
Like, and then they have more of them. The other couples playing with my kitty to get my boyfriend's reaction.
There's way more couples. Girl, there was a girl that while her boyfriend was on the phone, she sits on him, she's kissing his neck. I'm like, this shit is weird. Like, it's just weird. This is YouTube, right? I didn't subscribe to Pornhub. This is YouTube. This shit is just fucking weird. Can we not do this? Can we not do it? Do me a favor. Okay, put the camera down. Get a life. Okay, because let's be honest, I'm not pranking my man 24/7. I'm a busy ass person. I don't have time for that bullshit. Okay,
but then you know the kids, and then this is what really pissing me off because like my niece, she gets in trouble for watching stuff like this.
Yeah.
Which she should. She's 10, she's 11 years old. She should. But her stroke. What if this is one of her favorite YouTube couples? They're young. You can watch them. They pranking each other, whatever. And then this is the newest video that come out. She's watching it because she like, oh, they tell them watch, like, subscribe all our videos so we can do this and we can keep them coming for y'all. She like, oh, I have to watch this. This is what kids thinking. Oh, I have to watch this so that my favorite couple can get this view. And on the meanwhile, she learning bullshit and she's getting in trouble for looking at the shit. Like,
This shit is weird. It's cringy as fuck. I think a lot of y'all, especially these black couples, do better. You do not need to do this weird shit to get likes and follows. Like, just be you, right? It comes
These
with hard
kids are
work and
retarded.
consistency. So, if one of your videos flop, it flop. But at least you're not doing no weird shit like this. Okay? Have some integrity. It's weird.
It's really weird.
It's fucking weird. Do better.
All right. Well,
maybe sick to my stomach. But go ahead. What's that? What's the next?
Coming up next is kind of it's kind of sad. I don't want to say it's too sad because, you know, these children actually be knowing what the hell they're doing. But in Texas, it was a high school mass shooting. The suspect has been taken into custody. He was black. So let's listen to this clip. He's now released, but let's go ahead and let's call up.
Tonight, Timothy Simpkins is out on bond a day after police say he perpetrated a school shooting that left a 15-year-old in critical condition.
Do you have anything to say?
Among the many tragedies unfolding is the fear students are now carrying to class.
And there is no reason that a student should bring a firearm into a school or feel threatened in that way that they feel like they gotta have a weapon.
Arlington PD investigating several disturbing videos. The student in the white shirt being beaten is the alleged shooter, and the aggressor, the victim, in the ICU. Simpkins' family says they reported bullying to the school.
The decision that he made, taking the gun, we're not justifying that. That was not right. But he was trying to protect himself.
Do you believe that bullying played a role, or could have?
I do understand the family's concerns. And to the family, I want to assure them that we are going to do everything we can to look into why that happened.
Today, police made another arrest for a young student threatening violence against a different Arlington area school on social media. Parents and police calling for sweeping change in safety and culture. Sam Brock, NBC News.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really, really sad, and I feel like it's hard to even talk about it. It's like mental health is real.
I feel like
the video of him getting beat up, he could have like that. The man, that boy was whooping his butt.
Like he was,
and I'm I'm with the mom at this point. We're not like even with these.
We can't condone his actions, but.
Yes, we cannot condone his actions, but he was trying to protect himself. Even, and this is not a race thing, even when the white kids, I always say, the news do be right. Mental health does play a big part. We're just saying it's not right, okay? We're saying check the backpacks, make sure shit is good and stuff like that. Now, us as the African American community, you see this is right in front of you. Start checking your kids too, because now they're like, they see it on the social media and stuff like that. They sometimes feel like it's okay. So I'm not justified. I feel like it's totally messed up, but I feel like we definitely need to get closer to our children.
I mean, me and Marty were we talked about it a little bit, and I had joked about it, but I was like, black kids don't do this. Like, and I'm not saying it's unrealistic. We just don't do it because a lot of us have fear of our parents, right? We know not to do this shit. There's very few, you hear very a minimal amount of issues like this where black kids go to schools and shoot it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they get caught with the guns and stuff, but they not using them. They just hold on to them.
So it's just like stuff like that makes me question a lot of things. And COVID definitely did a thing for these kids where they had to get pulled out of school. So a lot of them don't have the friends that they used to have. Some of their friends are still being homeschooled. He probably was alone at that school. You see what I'm saying? Especially if he was getting bullied to that degree. The parents, especially if there's a track record of this child being bullied. Yeah. At some point, I would have pulled him out, though. I just feel like, we want to
and I want to know, honestly, where did he get the gun from?
I have other questions. You see
I have a lot of questions because he could be literally confiding someone when he get home and say, "Oh, this is what happened to me in school, and this is it." And they like, "Shit, here, take this." You know, who is our kids confiding into to get this kind of? I don't know. It's scary. This world is so scary. Our kids can't go to school.
And it's like you're so tired of hearing about these school shootings because that's my biggest fear right now. Yeah, I got 2 kids. My kids is getting older, and they gonna be headed into these classrooms at one point or another. Maybe I don't know the way the world works. Anyway, but it's the fear of sending my kids to school and then I get that call, or I'm somewhere and I see it on the news. Like, I don't want to live that way. And
then you have to sit there and justify it, like that mom.
Like, I'm not saying we condoning it, but he was bullied. But I also feel like in the black community too, like my mother was like that when at a point when I was younger and I was getting bullied, like, oh no, you gotta go, you gotta face this, right? So I feel like from a black parent standpoint, they're very much, and I don't know how old school they are, I don't know how old that couple was, but if they are in that generation, they're very much, no, you gonna face this. You gonna go to school, you gonna take them lickings until you man up and you deal with it. And if that was his thought process,
and they say go, you better fight back. Somebody
if that was his thought process, he went out and found a gun somewhere. Now he fighting back, but now there's a child in the hospital. So,
and it was actually 3 victims. Ooh, 2 of them. It was 3 victims. It was 3 victims shot, and one of them is critical condition. The other 2 was released from the hospital
saying. Like, there was something else going on with that baby. And we talk about mental health on this podcast a lot. But mental mainly in the black community, like, we feel like, get the help that you need. A lot of y'all don't realize that there's trauma that you haven't dealt with. Please deal with it. Go see somebody. Go talk to somebody. That child needed somebody, and unfortunately, he didn't have that person.
I feel like, honest to God truth, he's confiding in someone, maybe friends, neighborhood kids, peers, uncle, auntie, whatever, that's about that life. It was like, go handle yours. You know what I'm saying?
And if his parents were forcing him to go to school just to, toughen him up, there was, you know what I'm saying? There's just so many questions I have. We ain't got the full picture, but I really, I hold that family in my prayers. I really hope that they, they turn out on the better side of things after this is all said and done.
Well, moving right along. Well, I did have a breaking story for us. It was an officer-involved shooting here in Las Vegas, right here by my house. The only reason why the hell I knew about it is because I'm trying to get home, and there's freaking 5 blocks blocked off. So I'm like, Sean, figure out what's going on. So, just long story short, the guy kidnapped his ex-girlfriend and was kind of like tussling her back and forth from the businesses that's right here. There's plenty of restaurants and gas stations right here. And she was in the car. He got out of the car and raised the gun up to the police officer, and they shot him. It was like 8 shots. He died. The lady is now free and with her family. So in this kind of situation with an officer-involved shooting, there will not be any hashtags. It was kind of justified because he pulled the gun out, and when officers they are trained to shoot to kill. So I'm definitely prayers for his family, for condolences, because mental health, he could have been going through anything, and I'm so happy that she's back with her family after probably a long time of being, because they found them at 9:00 yesterday morning, but no telling how long it was when she was actually, going through it.
With that man for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so definitely, if next week, if it's any update on that, I definitely will let y'all know in more depth. But right now, that's the only thing that they're saying is that she was being kidnapped by her ex-boyfriend, and then it went left.
Girl, that shit's wild. There's crazy people out here, y'all.
And this is our police department, Metropolitan Police Department, 8th officer-involved shooting. So this is number 8 for them. Just FYI.
Overall for the year?
No, for forever.
Oh, shit.
That's actually pretty good. That's what I said. And most of them, I feel like, because we don't get a lot of those. I don't think we ever had one of those shootings where it was like a
people
black
here
person
get robbed or, crazy.
No, I'm saying like a hashtag shooting here in Vegas. Yeah. I don't think we've
other
had
than
that.
We had that shooting.
The mass shooting?
Yeah, that mass shooting.
I'm saying for an officer.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, I think so. But and then I've been pulled over and shit by these officers. Now, I haven't been to the county or anything like that, and I heard terrible things about that. But I've been pulled over, and I haven't gotten any like racial or kind of feeling. Now in Ohio, yeah, when I lived in Ohio, they was whatever. We talk about Ohio here, but here in Vegas, I feel like they'd be kind of cool. It's a lot of Hispanic officers.
There's officers that are assholes, obviously, but I haven't had any like horrific experiences with the police out here. Never. Honestly, I don't. I rarely have an interaction with police. I'm putting
Yeah,
it
unless
way.
I got pulled. I was speeding,
rare.
so
I was speeding and
my fault.
my light is out. I knew
yeah,
it was.
something like that. But nah, I feel like they're kind of. I don't know. They're pretty good. Yeah, they pretty good out here.
I ain't saying that for everybody.
Right, we don't know. Right, and then for like men and stuff like that, I know my brother has had
yellow.
a lot of.
Like,
Yeah,
we high yellow, so we may not have those interactions.
We be passing for biracial.
Okay.
But to close it out, we can talk about that next time, anyways.
Okay.
But
we can talk. No, we ain't got time. Huh?
No, we don't have
got
time.
A meeting.
Well, let's go ahead and close this out, y'all. Starting with the first story.
Our first story was about Mr. Bob Lee Allen. Okay, he out here performing illegal castrations. Okay, and he was planning on eating them body parts, y'all. He was gonna go home, make
he literally out here eating
potatoes and girl and a hot dog. He got sentenced this past week, so yay, he's at least off the street, and he had an accomplice. So there was a homie in the room helping him cut these.
But this boy got up on a wooden table to get his nuts cut off.
Oh, if you walk into a room and ain't nothing there but a wooden table,
then he smiled. What the guy smiled and said, "I'm gonna eat this shit now." I'm eating this shit now.
But then we had other questions like, why were you there?
Yeah,
like, why did you
that?
need your penis cut off? We got other questions.
Why did you want to do that to yourself? That's weird. Anyways, second story we talked about was the hashtag Free Britney movement. Britney Spears is now free from her conservatorship, which she was under for over 14 years under her dad. He had complete control over every move she make, all the way down to what she ate.
Oh, you'd have me fucked up.
She couldn't text people, none of that stuff. So, yeah, she was basically on control. So, now we're patiently waiting for a new documentary to come out with Britney speaking about everything. She says she wants everyone that was involved in her conservatorship to be locked up because it should be a crime to treat her that way. And her father had a retainment of a lawyer for $3 million a year. She made a lot of people millionaires.
Right. That's what I'm saying. There go my money right there.
She made a lot of people millionaires.
After Britney, we talked about Mr. Dave, and I asked Marty if we were going to cancel Dave. I don't know. We decided that we going to keep Dave.
We keeping Dave. Hashtag save Dave Chappelle.
Okay. We keeping Dave. Fuck what y'all on.
No, we not.
I'm
We're not
sorry.
canceling Dave Chappelle.
We're not canceling Dave.
If you chop your penis off, that's on you. Okay. Next story we talked about. It was an ESPN host made a controversial remark about Obama on a podcast. She basically talked about how she's biracial and she claimed both sides, her white Irish mother and her black father, because her daddy was in her life and Obama's daddy wasn't. Thoughts on that is, lady, shut the fuck up.
I feel very much like...
I don't know why she brought Obama up.
Right. I was like, do you understand the caliber that you on? You are a news anchor for CNN. He was the president of the United States.
Bitch.
Like, what? How did those two things
It looked
correlate?
like your daddy should have left, because his daddy left and he did perfectly.
Bitch, you could have been president. You could have been
You could have been down here presidenting and your ass talking shit.
My daddy better than your daddy.
My daddy.
What the fuck? After that, we had our YouTube couples taking their pranks, because we know they not pranks. Too fucking far. It's getting very pervy out here in these streets. Right. I'm feeling very much YouTube is becoming softcore porn.
Yeah.
So
just make an OnlyFans for that.
Do
shit.
that. Do all your masturbation pranks and flashing pranks and humping pranks on OnlyFans. That's what that's there for.
Yeah.
Keep it clean, especially because y'all know a lot of y'all got
only
kids
for the
watching
fans, not for the kids.
Not for
because I feel like, and it's comments on these videos that's really irking my fucking nerves. And I'm going to watch the rest of the motherfuckers too, just to see.
Girls,
I want to see, because y'all retarded.
It was cringy, and it's cringy, y'all, because we know y'all see that motherfucking camera. It's cringy. It's gross. Don't do it.
Y'all know y'all
Don't
see
do
the camera. What the fuck is the
Look
camera?
at that at the camera. It was a prank. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It was a little prank. Next story we had to talk about was the Texas shooting. It was a high school shooting. It was a young black man that was arrested and released from custody, and it was 3 victims. One is still in critical condition from a school shooting. Supposedly, he was defending himself from being bullied constantly. We seen a video of him getting like punched bad. Like his rib cages could have been fucked up, depending on how hard that little boy hit or whatever. But we're not justifying him taking the gun to the school. Of course not. That was completely wrong. It's just check on your kids. Mental health is real. You never know what our kids are going through.
Please do.
Oh, and last thing, before we close this all the way out, Gabby Petito. You know we've been keeping up with Gabby Petito case.
Oh, Lord.
Brian is still at large. He is
Brian
still
is
out,
gone.
but Gabby Petito family has finally spoken out about everything, how they feel about everything, and their closing remarks was, Brian, we just really want to hear what you have to say. This is kind of how you bring the killer back in. You be like, come on, man, I just want to talk to you a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little secky.
A little bit.
What? And I feel like he's super guilty. Like, even if he didn't do
point.
it at this point, you did it. Like, you can't even justify your whole story because...
I'm telling you, he in Mexico right now.
That nigga's in the woods somewhere. He is not worried
Never
about
to be
them.
seen
So
again. He gonna be eating duck and fish for the rest of his days. The fuck.
And Jelani Day, we are still keeping up with his case as well. There has no been updates on, because this is our missing persons kind of little shindig. Jelani Day is still they found his body, I'm sorry, in the river, but they still haven't found the killer or any questions. His mom is reaching out to the police department to get questions answered about her baby.
Okay.
Because it's so confusing as to what really happened. Like, there's his phone, his wallet. His wallet was in one place. His phone was in another place. His car was in another place. And his body was in a river.
Mm.
And then his student ID was found somewhere else. So it was 5 different places where evidence
crazy people
was.
tend to, they say, like, they scatter, like, stuff to throw people off the trail. It's weird. And I feel bad for the family.
Yeah, definitely feel so. Jelani Day and his family is definitely in our prayers still to find information as to what happened to him. And as for that...
That's it, y'all. Oh, yes, y'all. Today's the day. We're about to go meet with the radio station.
Yeah, we're going to meet with the radio station, y'all. So, after... Yes, this is a podcast. We're done now. After the show is over, but we're going to go look at a space because we have big things popping right now. And then right after we go look at this space, we're going to a meeting to take our podcast to a radio station. So, we can only thank y'all.
Yeah. Blow us up, though. 2 Women, 2 Opinions.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, on Spoon. Check us out. We also have an IG, 2 Women, 2 Opinions. Follow us. Okay? I'm Taj.
I'm Marty. And we out.
Have a good day.